Hi, welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. We're going to continue unpacking the SOAR model, which stands for Strengths, Opportunities, Aspirations, and Results. And I introduced you to the SOAR model in my latest book, Transformation: The Bounce Back. Tonight, as we begin to unpack SOAR, we're going to focus on aspirations. Aspirations meaning, what is it that you care about? Because once we're able to tap into what we care about, we can build our strategies around that. So, I want to take us back to the story of my former manager, Mary Coble. In the book, I talk about the power of expectations. Mary Coble was my manager, and Mary would say to me that you have to have something to look forward to. Well, when Mary was saying that to me, I really did not understand what she was talking about. But she was saying that you need to have something to look forward to every quarter out of the year. And what Mary and her husband Frankie did, every quarter, if they didn't go to Disney World, they were going somewhere else. And Frankie had been her high school sweetheart, so they've been together a long time. And that was what gave her what she needed to be able to deal with everyday stressors, jobs, family. Is what kept her happy. And thank you so much, Jacqueline, for joining me. It's what kept her happy and kept her focused. And so what Mary was saying was that you can declare to the universe what you want and then actually manifest that by putting in the work, planning, doing the work, and then making it a reality. Mary's life was very fulfilling. Sadly, Mary is no longer with us, but she left a remarkable legacy of living and loving, living to the fullest, because she lived her life to the fullest. And that's the gift that she has given me that I am giving to you. The power of expectation and planning for things to occur at least 4 times out of the year. It is such a emotional booster. It's also a motivator because you've got something that you're working towards. So we're going to dive into aspirations. And again, as we do that, never lose sight of the importance of expectations. Because when we know what we're expecting, then we know how it's going to impact us as far as our personal and our emotional intelligence, because we then begin to craft our life around that. So we've got a few key takeaways. 1, expect the best. Start by setting positive expectations for your life. That's what Mary did. Envision what you care about and then what you're deeply passionate about. What do you want to accomplish in your future? That's something that only you can answer, because what each of us wants to accomplish, that's our DNA. It's what I want. It doesn't mean that because you don't want what I want, that what you want isn't appropriate. It is appropriate, but it's appropriate for you. It's an individual thing. So what do you want to accomplish in your future? What do you want your future to look like? And most importantly, believe that you can achieve it. When you put the work in, it will eventually show up. You'll see what you've accomplished. I think about the analogy with the farmer. He plants the seeds, he makes sure that he fertilizes, he waters it, the sun comes, etc., etc., etc. Eventually, he has his crop. But the important thing about that is, if I'm wanting cantaloupe, then I shouldn't be planting watermelon, or I shouldn't be planting cabbage, because I'm not going to get cantaloupe. So you've got to know what it is that you want, and then you build your life and your strategies around that. So again, making sure that you expect the best and then put the work in. Next, create a vision board. Now, a vision board is a powerful tool to make your aspirations a reality. It's something that you can actually touch. But of course, we can do vision boards now that are electronic. It doesn't have to be something that you can actually touch. But typically what we've done is We've taken vision boards and we've taken magazines, pictures, slogans, and we have created a board that reflects what it is that we want. Hi, Manswell. Thanks so much for joining me. That we want to achieve. It's a powerful reminder of what you can achieve. Once you gather these items and you put it together, you want to make sure you put your board in a place that you're going to see it so that you have this daily reminder of what you're working towards. The more prominent it is, the more you're going to manage to stay on course because you see your vision board every day. Now, I've got a vision board that I'm going to show you. This is a board that I made a long time ago. And I made it with a friend of mine. We got together and we wanted to do vision boards. And on my vision board, I went back and I looked at it. I have my old business cards on there. I have the saying, which is interesting, considering what we're talking about, small steps, big results. My friend, Pastor Tandra, I write about it in the book. She says, don't begrudge small beginnings. And there it was. This was done before I met her. Small steps, big results. The power of passion. Because typically our passion goes hand in hand with our aspirations and what we're expecting. Unleash your potential. Yeah, I've been talking a lot about unleashing your potential. Well, I've been talking a lot about it for years because here it is on my vision board. Finding my center. And that's what the bounce back is about. Finding your center. And then a breakthrough. Life reimagined here. Learning to relax. Ooh, I should have pulled this out before I got sick last year. That's funny. A new beginning. Make it happen. Amazon. From my Amazon buddies. I put Amazon on this. This was a long time ago. Fun and games, though. That's what I'm trying to incorporate in my life now. When I talk about the power of expectations and having something that you plan for every quarter out of the year. You've got to have some fun and games, but you're constantly building the journey, having a positive attitude, time, exposure, love, something new has arrived. As a best friend I can laugh with, cry with, get through tough times with is what I'm looking for. I'm ready for eyes wide open, reimagine again. It's time to take a closer look, then change ahead. It's amazing, and I gotta say this one too, change the equation. It's amazing that I did this exercise with my friend Gina a long time ago. And I dedicated this book to Gina because she was battling an illness. And it's amazing how the things that I put on my vision board all those years ago are things that I'm actually living and saying all the time now. So it gets kind of frightening, but that goes to show that you can manifest it. You just have to put the work in. And having that visual reminder. Now, you don't have to do old school like this one. This is an old school one. You don't have to do that. You could actually do it electronic. I'm one of those people, I like to hold things in my hand. But whatever it is, it can be on your phone. It can be your screensaver on your laptop. But make sure it's somewhere that you see it every day so that you're reminded of what your goals are. And you can use the vision board to make it a reality. Now, closely connected to that is you got to stay committed. You just got to. I don't even know what year it was that I did my vision board. I'm going to have to ask Gina what year we did that. But it may be 10 years ago now. Maybe about 10 years. So you have to stay committed. So I've been committed to evolving and becoming the best person that I could be a long time. So don't expect it to happen overnight, because I often think about if it happens like that, am I emotionally ready to deal with those changes? or do I need to gradually continue to mature and grow in an area so that when whatever I've been visualizing occurs, I'm then able to handle that on every level. So staying committed is very important. Determine your strategies. Mary had her strategy. I've got my strategies. You've got your strategies. But you've got to determine the strategies that's going to help you to get from an idea that you've conceived, a goal that you have, your aspirations, and then making it a reality. And that's going to be different for everyone. I'm glad to help people work through that, because your strategies are not going to look like anyone else, and you can't compare them to other strategies. So again, determining what strategies are needed to support your goals, and you're being consistent. Then you got to take that first step. That's frightening, but you have to take the first step. You can't wait for a perfect moment. I was reading something last week on social media, and the person was saying, when they first started on Instagram, I think it was, they would take hours trying to perfect their video they were going to post. Then they would take hours trying to craft their caption. And what they learned was they were spending so many hours doing that, the essence of what they were trying to convey was being lost. So there's no perfect moment, because if you keep waiting on the perfect moment, then you have no moment. You have to take that step. No matter how frightened you are or overwhelmed, take the step. Take the step. And as you take one step, then you can take another step. And what did it say here? Small steps, big results. So take the steps. Remember, the journey begins with that one small step. Hi, Glenn. Thanks for joining me. Hi, SOAR Gracie. Thanks for joining me. Then accountability. We're trying to make changes, in life. You always got to be accountable. So having someone that you can help you be accountable to what you stated that you want to achieve. Now, Gina, believe it or not, is sort of my wellness accountability partner. She's seen me through a whole lot of stuff, but she'll never tell. But again, she's still recovering, and she's recovering very nicely from her illness. So we are keeping each other accountable to making sure that we're doing our work, but we're resting and we're planning for fun, because you got to have fun and games. We want a balanced life. So you need that person who's going to honestly hold you accountable to the goals that you've indicated that you want to achieve. So again, I'm going to say somebody that you trust, because you don't want to trust just anybody to what you've put on your board, because it's private. And so you want to make sure that you can actually trust that person with your goals, and they will hold you accountable for them. Then the other thing, you got to celebrate small wins. Pastor Tandra, don't begrudge small beginnings, because every win is a win. And the more wins you have, it's just like the steps. It keeps pushing you further and further along your journey to achieving your goals. So you celebrate those small wins because you're winning. So why would you not celebrate that? I'll tell you a secret. I grew up in a home where, now how can I say this and be PC? Well, who knows what Unjay and I'll be saying soon on my show on IG. But I grew up in a home where our successes were celebrated and acknowledged in the home, but we really didn't talk too much about them outside of the home. Well, that teaches you a lesson, and that's a lesson I have to unlearn, because my successes are about me, but my successes also says that anyone else can achieve also. So I've had to retool my way of thinking about that. And sometimes it still stunts me when people ask me questions because I'm like, okay, how do I feel about that? Because that's not the way I was brought up. But I've learned better and that they should be celebrated because, again, it's a motivator for me and it could be a motivator for someone else. So regardless of what it is, celebrate those small wins because you're moving one step closer to realizing your vision. So we talked about a lot of different things today. I've shown you my vision board from God knows how long ago, probably 10 years. And I want you to now start reflecting on your aspirations. What is it that you want? What is it that makes your heart go patta, patta, patta? That's it. What is it? It's about your future. It's about your goals. So you can start achieving that item that makes your heart go by looking at how you can apply the SOAR model, and particularly the aspiration framework. What you care about. What's your top aspiration? Create a vision board. It doesn't have to be like mine. It can be on your phone. It can be your screensaver on your laptop. But put it somewhere. If you're the type of person who does a lot of stickies, put it on the refrigerator, on your mirror. Put it wherever you're going to see that reminder because it's personal and it's about you achieving your goals. Identify who can support you, who's going to make sure that you're accountable for what you indicate you want to achieve. You got to find that person who will go along on the journey with you. If you find yourself stuck, no problem. Sometimes I'm stuck, more often than not. Maybe stuck on stupid. I talk about that in the book too. My friend Diane would talk about being stuck on stupid. I'm stuck on stupid sometimes. But whatever it is, if you're finding that you just can't break it down to the smaller pieces because it's small steps, reach out to me. Reach out to me. Put it in the comments. I'll give you some guidance. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We're here to help our fellow man. And as Al Green would say, think of your fellow man, put a little love in your heart. You can't do that if you're not open to it. And I'm open to that because I know that no person is an island. It has taken everyone, good, bad, indifferent, that has crossed my path in my life to help bring me to where I am now. And I am so thankful for everybody that I've ever known and had any sort of relationship with because it has been instrumental to who I am today. So if you're having problems coming up with the goal, you know what it is, but you can't quite put it down on paper, or you got the goal, but you don't know how to get started, reach out to me in the comments and we can even take the conversation offline because it is personal. But I'm here to assist you on your transformative journey. You have the power. I see tonight's going to be a musical thing for me. You got the power. I hear the song in my head. You got the power. It's in your hand. You got the whole world in your hand. Those who know me, they know that I talk in songs and I never know when I'm going to start talking in songs. So obviously, like I said, it's a song night. You've got the whole world in your hand. And as Fantasia would say, I believe. I believe in you. I believe in you. You have the power to create whatever it is that you want. You got to believe. So use the tools that we've been talking about tonight, the techniques, and you'll be well on your way to creating the life that you've always imagined. Thank you for joining me tonight as I've talked in my musical lyric mind, as I've shown you my vision board and looking at it and realizing that some of these things have come to pass. Thank you for letting me share again about my ex-manager, Mary Coble, and the importance of power of expectation. And my friend Diane Hunter, who taught me that sometimes you just don't need to be stuck on stupid, Teresa. You got to get off that. And then her friend, who became my friend, Pastor Tandra, who said that you don't begrudge small beginnings. which means you welcome them, because eventually you're going to go from here to here. Each one of those ladies, they're not with me now, but they are with me. And if they're with me, they can be with you as cheerleaders, helping you to understand how you can move forward, because they have certainly played a major part in my recovery from my illness. So I thank them for all that they brought to my life. And hopefully I am, able to share life lessons with you that will help you in your life's journey. Keep soaring high with your aspirations. They are right in your reach. And of course, before you take care of anyone else, make sure you take care of yourself first. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Make sure you take care of you, and reach out to me if you have questions or need a little guidance. I'll be more than happy to help you. Make sure you take care of you, because it is a busy season. Bye now.